1. Heath Ledger. Heath Ledger, born on April 4, 1979 in Perth, Australia, rose to worldwide fame for his unforgettable performance as the Joker in The Dark Knight. His talent and intensity made him one of the most respected actors of his generation. Sadly, on January 22, 2008, he died from an accidental overdose of prescription medications. After his death, his final film, The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus, was completed with the help of fellow actors and released in 2009. 2. Paul Walker. Paul Walker was born on September 12, 1973, in Glendale, California. He became a global star through his role as Brian O'Connor in the Fast and the Furious franchise. On November 30, 2013, he tragically lost his life in a high-speed car accident in Santa Clarita. Following his death, his unfinished scenes in Furious 7 were completed using CGI and his brothers as stand-ins, and the movie was released in 2015. 3. Philip Seymour Hoffman. Philip Seymour Hoffman was born on July 23, 1967, in Fairport, New York. Known for his remarkable roles in Capote, The Master, and Doubt, he became one of Hollywood's most acclaimed character actors. On February 2, 2014, he died of an accidental drug overdose. After his passing, his work appeared in The Hunger Games, Mockingjay Part 2, which was released in 2015, making it one of his final performances. 4. Anton Yelchin. Anton Yelchin was born on March 11, 1989, in Leningrad, Russia, and later moved to the United States as a child. He became widely known for playing Pavel Chekhov in the rebooted Star Trek films. On June 19, 2016, he died in a freak accident when his car rolled backward and trapped him against a pillar. His last major film, Star Trek Beyond, was released 1 month later in July 2016. 5. Carrie Fisher. Carrie Fisher, born on October 21, 1956, in Beverly Hills, California, became a cultural icon for her role as Princess Leia in the Star Wars franchise. On December 27, 2016, she passed away after suffering a cardiac arrest during a flight. Her scenes for Star Wars, The Last Jedi, had already been filmed, and the movie was released in 2017. Later, unused footage was used to include her in The Rise of Skywalker in 2019. 6. Alan Rickman. Alan Rickman was born on February 21, 1946, in London, England. He gained international fame for playing Professor Snape in the Harry Potter series and many memorable roles in both film and theater. On January 14, 2016, he died from pancreatic cancer, a diagnosis he kept private. After his death, one of his last performances, the film Alice Through the Looking Glass, was released in May 2016. 7. Robin Williams. Robin Williams, born on July 21, 1951 in Chicago, Illinois, became one of Hollywood's most beloved actors through films like Mrs. Doubtfire, Good Will Hunting, and Dead Poets Society. On August 11, 2014, he died by suicide after struggling with severe depression and undiagnosed Lewy body dementia. His final films, including Night at the Museum, Secret of the Tomb, were released later that same year. 8. Brittany Murphy. Brittany Murphy was born on November 10, 1977, in Atlanta, Georgia. She rose to fame with her roles in Clueless, 8 Mile, and Just Married. On December 20, 2009, she died suddenly from pneumonia combined with anemia and drug complications. After her death, her final film, Something Wicked, was released in 2014. 9. Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac was born on October 5, 1957, in Chicago, Illinois. He became famous for The Bernie Mac Show and roles in films like Ocean's 11 and Guess Who. He passed away on August 9, 2008, due to complications from pneumonia. His last films, including Soul Men and Old Dogs, were released later in 2008 after his death. 10. John Hurt. John Hurt, born on January 22, 1940, in Chesterfield, England, built a legendary career with roles in The Elephant Man, Alien, and Harry Potter. He died on January 25, 2017, after battling pancreatic cancer. Several of his final films, such as That Good Night and Damascus Cover, were released after his passing in 2017 and 2018. 11. James Gandolfini. James Gandolfini, born on September 18, 1961, in Westwood, New Jersey, became world famous for his powerful performance as Tony Soprano in The Sopranos. His presence, intensity, and emotional depth made him one of television's greatest actors. On June 19, 2013, he died suddenly from a heart attack while vacationing in Italy. After his death, his final film, The Drop, was released in 2014, showcasing one last memorable performance. 12. Chris Farley. Chris Farley was born on February 15, 1964, in Madison, Wisconsin. He gained fame as a comedic powerhouse on Saturday Night Live and in movies like Tommy Boy and Black Sheep. Tragically, on December 18, 1997, he died from an accidental drug overdose. After his passing, two films he had completed, Almost Heroes and Dirty Work, were released in 1998, marking the end of his short but unforgettable career. 13. Tupac Shakur. Tupac Shakur, born on June 16, 1971, in New York City, became a global icon not only as a rapper but also as an actor, known for films like Juice, Poetic Justice, and Above the Rim. On September 13, 1996, he died after being shot in a drive-by shooting in Las Vegas. Several films featuring him, including Gridlocked, were released in 1997 after his death, keeping his legacy alive on screen. 14. James Dean. James Dean was born on February 8, 1931, in Marion, Indiana, and became a cultural legend after starring in films like East of Eden and Rebel Without a Cause. His rebellious persona made him an icon of youth. On September 30, 1955, he was killed in a car accident at just 24 years old. After his death, his final film Giant was released in 1956, earning him a posthumous Academy Award nomination. 15. River Phoenix. River Phoenix, born on August 23, 1970, in Madras, Oregon, quickly rose to fame for movies like Stand By Me, My Own Private Idaho, and Running on Empty. On October 31, 1993, he died from a drug overdose outside the Viper Room nightclub in Los Angeles. Years later, his unfinished film Dark Blood was completed and finally released in 2012, nearly 2 decades after his death. 16. Brandon Lee. Brandon Lee, born on February 1, 1965, in Oakland, California, was the son of martial arts legend Bruce Lee and became known for his role in the gothic action film The Crow. On March 31, 1993, he died in a tragic on-set accident when a prop gun misfired during filming. The studio used body doubles and special effects to finish the movie, which was released in 1994 and became a cult classic. 17. Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee was born on November 27, 1940, in San Francisco, California, and became a worldwide martial arts icon through films like Enter the Dragon and Fist of Fury. On July 20, 1973, he died suddenly in Hong Kong from cerebral edema. Just 6 days after his death, Enter the Dragon, the film that would define his global stardom, was released, cementing his legendary status forever. 18. Clark Gable. Clark Gable, born on February 1, 1901 in Cadiz, Ohio, became known as the King of Hollywood, especially after starring in classics like Gone with the Wind and It Happened One Night. On November 16, 1960, he died from a heart attack. After his death, his final film The Misfits, which also starred Marilyn Monroe, was released in 1961, marking the end of an era in Hollywood history. 19. Oliver Reed. Oliver Reed was born on February 13, 1938, in London, England, and built a long career through films like Oliver, Women in Love, and The Three Musketeers. While filming Gladiator in Malta, he suffered a fatal heart attack on May 2, 1999. Using CGI and body doubles, the production completed his remaining scenes. Gladiator was released in 2000 and became one of the biggest films of the decade. 20. Richard Harris. Richard Harris, born on October 1, 1930, in Limerick, Ireland, became famous for films like Camelot, A Man Called Horse, and later for playing Professor Dumbledore in the first 2 Harry Potter movies. On October 25, 2002, he died from Hodgkin's lymphoma. After his death, his last film, Kaina, The Prophecy, was released in 2003, and he was lovingly remembered by fans for his final role as Dumbledore. 21. John Candy. John Candy, born on October 31, 1950, in Toronto, Canada, became famous for his comedic roles in films like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Uncle Buck, and Cool Runnings. His warmth and humor made him a beloved figure in Hollywood. On March 4, 1994, he died of a heart attack while filming in Durango, Mexico. After his death, Several films, including Canadian Bacon and Wagons East, were released posthumously. 22. Bela Lugosi. Bela Lugosi, born on October 20th, 1882, in Lugos, Hungary, gained international fame for his portrayal of Count Dracula in the 1931 classic Dracula. He became an icon of horror cinema. On August 16, 1956, he died of a heart attack in Los Angeles. After his death, some of his final films were released using previously filmed footage, maintaining his legacy in the horror genre. 23. Carole Lombard. Carole Lombard, born on October 6, 1908, in Fort Wayne, Indiana, became one of the biggest stars of the 1930s with hits like My Man Godfrey and To Be or Not to Be. On January 16, 1942, she tragically died in a plane crash while returning from a war bond tour. Her last film, To Be or Not to Be, was released shortly after her death, showcasing her brilliant comedic talent one final time. 24. Rudolph Valentino. Rudolph Valentino, born on May 6, 1895, in Castellaneta, Italy, became a silent film icon with movies like The Sheik and The Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse. His charm and screen presence made him a heartthrob of the 1920s. On August 23, 1926, he died of peritonitis. Several of his films, including The Son of the Sheik, were released posthumously, solidifying his status as a legend. 25. Marlon Brando. Marlon Brando, born on April 3, 1924, in Omaha, Nebraska, became famous for groundbreaking performances in A Streetcar Named Desire and The Godfather. Known for his naturalistic acting, he became one of the greatest actors in cinema history. He passed away on July 1, 2004, from respiratory failure. His last work, Big Bug Man, was released posthumously, featuring his distinctive voice performance. 26. Orson Welles. Orson Welles, born on May 6, 1915, in Kenosha, Wisconsin, became legendary for directing and starring in Citizen Kane and many other classic films. He revolutionized cinema with his storytelling and style. Welles died on October 10, 1985, in Los Angeles. Decades later, his unfinished film The Other Side of the Wind was completed and released in 2018, giving audiences one last glimpse of his genius. 27. Peter Sellers. Peter Sellers, born on September 8, 1925, in Southsea, England, became internationally famous for his comedic genius in Dr. Strangelove and the Pink Panther series. His talent for transforming into multiple characters captivated audiences. On July 24, 1980, he died of a heart attack in London. After his death, Trail of the Pink Panther was released in 1982 using previously unused footage of Sellers. 28. Natalie Wood. Natalie Wood, born on July 20, 1938, in San Francisco, California, rose to fame with West Side Story, Rebel Without a Cause, and Splendor in the Grass. Her performances made her one of Hollywood's brightest stars. On November 29, 1981, she tragically drowned near Santa Catalina Island under mysterious circumstances. Her last completed film, Brainstorm, was released in 1983 using body doubles for some scenes. 29. Paul Newman. Paul Newman, born on January 26, 1925, in Shaker Heights, Ohio, became famous for films like Cool Hand Luke, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, and The Color of Money. Known for his charm and intensity, he became a Hollywood legend. Newman passed away on September 26, 2008, from lung cancer. Years later, his voice role in Cars 3, 2017, was released posthumously, delighting fans of all ages. 30. Gene Wilder. Gene Wilder, born on June 11, 1933, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, became famous for his comedic brilliance in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, Young Frankenstein, and collaborations with Mel Brooks. His expressive performances earned him a permanent place in cinematic history. On August 29, 2016, he died from complications of Alzheimer's disease. Some of his last appearances, including archival interviews and voice work, were released posthumously. 31. Chadwick Boseman. Chadwick Boseman was born on November 29, 1976, in Anderson, South Carolina. He became a global superstar for his iconic role as Black Panther in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, inspiring millions with his performances. On August 28, 2020, he died secretly from colon cancer, which he had battled privately for 4 years. His final films, including Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, were released posthumously in 2020, earning him widespread critical acclaim and posthumous award nominations. 32. Ray Liotta. Ray Liotta, born on December 18, 1954 in Newark, New Jersey, became famous for his chilling performance as Henry Hill in Goodfellas. He was known for his intense acting style and versatility. Liotta passed away unexpectedly on May 26, 2022, while in the Dominican Republic. After his death, films such as Black Bird and Cocaine Bear were released, showcasing some of his final performances. 33. Michael Clarke Duncan. Michael Clarke Duncan was born on December 10, 1957, in Chicago, Illinois. He gained worldwide recognition for his powerful role in The Green Mile, earning an Academy Award nomination. On September 3, 2012, he died of a heart attack following complications from a stroke. His last movies, including The Challenger and The Squeeze, were released after his passing, allowing fans to celebrate his legacy one final time. 34. Dennis Hopper. Dennis Hopper, born on May 17, 1936, in Dodge City, Kansas, became famous for cult classics like Easy Rider and Blue Velvet. Known for his eccentric and intense performances, he left an indelible mark on cinema. Hopper died on May 29, 2010, from prostate cancer. Posthumously, films such as Alpha and Omega and other smaller projects were released, featuring his final performances. 35. Raul Julia. Raul Julia was born on March 9, 1940, in San Juan, Puerto Rico. He became internationally recognized for roles in The Addams Family and Kiss of the Spider Woman. Julia passed away from a stroke on October 24, 1994. After his death, films including Street Fighter and The Burning Season were released posthumously, giving audiences a chance to see his last performances. 36. Richard Burton. Richard Burton, born on November 10, 1925, in Pontarhydyffin, Wales, became famous for his Shakespearean stage work and films such as Cleopatra and Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. Renowned for his commanding presence and voice, he died on August 5, 1984, from a cerebral hemorrhage. After his death, some of his final films, including 1984, were released posthumously. 37. Vic Morrow. Vic Morrow was born on February 14, 1929, in New York City, New York. He became well known for his role in Combat and other television and film appearances. On July 23, 1982, Morrow tragically died in a helicopter accident during the filming of Twilight Zone, the movie. The movie was completed using special effects and released later that year, marking his final screen appearance. 38. John Ritter. John Ritter was born on September 17, 1948, in Burbank, California. He rose to fame as the lovable Jack Tripper on the TV series Three's Company and appeared in numerous films and television projects. Ritter died suddenly of an aortic dissection on September 11, 2003. Several of his projects, including TV films and guest appearances, aired posthumously, honoring his comedic legacy. 39. Gloria Grahame. Gloria Grahame, born on November 28, 1923, in Los Angeles, California, became famous for her roles in The Big Heat and It's a Wonderful Life. Known for her sultry and complex performances, she died of stomach cancer on October 5, 1981. Her last film, The Nesting, was released posthumously, preserving her final screen work. 40. Jean Harlow. Jean Harlow, born on March 3, 1911, in Kansas City, Missouri, became Hollywood's iconic blonde bombshell through films like Dinner at 8 and Platinum Blonde. She died tragically young on June 7, 1937, from kidney failure. Her final film, Saratoga, was released shortly after her death, solidifying her legendary status in classic Hollywood cinema. 41. Aaliyah. Aaliyah Dana Houghton, known simply as Aaliyah, was born on January 16, 1979, in Brooklyn, New York. While primarily known as a singer, she also gained fame as an actress in films like Romeo Must Die and Queen of the Damned. Tragically, on August 25, 2001, she died in a plane crash in the Bahamas at the age of 22. Her final film, Queen of the Damned, was released posthumously later that year, marking the end of her brief but impactful acting career. 42. Peter Cushing. Peter Cushing was born on May 26, 1913, in Kenley, Surrey, England. He became internationally famous for his roles in horror classics, notably Dracula and The Curse of Frankenstein, as well as for portraying Grand Moff Tarkin in Star Wars. On August 11, 1994, he passed away from prostate cancer. Some of his final film appearances were released posthumously, allowing fans to witness the end of his illustrious career. 43. Marlene Dietrich. Marlene Dietrich, born on December 27, 1901 in Berlin, Germany, became a global icon through films such as Morocco, The Blue Angel, and Destry Rides Again. Known for her glamour, singing, and acting, she passed away on May 6, 1992 in Paris, France. Posthumously, some of her archival footage and recordings appeared in re-releases and documentaries, preserving her legendary legacy. 44. Sidney Pollack. Sidney Pollack was born on July 1, 1934, in Lafayette, Indiana. He gained fame as a director, producer, and actor, known for Tootsie, Out of Africa, and The Way We Were. Pollack died on May 26, 2008, from cancer. After his death, films he had acted in or contributed to, such as Maid of Honor, were released posthumously, giving audiences a final glimpse of his talent. 45. Fred Astaire. Fred Astaire, born on May 10, 1899, in Omaha, Nebraska, became famous as one of Hollywood's greatest dancers, singers, and actors with classics like Top Hat and Swing Time. He passed away on June 22, 1987, from pneumonia. Some of his final appearances, including archival footage and posthumous tributes, were released, highlighting his enduring influence on film and dance. 46. David Bowie. David Bowie was born on January 8, 1947, in Brixton, London, England. He became famous as a musician and also acted in films such as The Man Who Fell to Earth and Labyrinth. Bowie died on January 10, 2016, after a secret battle with liver cancer. Posthumously, his film Twin Peaks, Fire Walk With Me archival scenes and documentaries were released, celebrating his multifaceted artistry. 47. Stan Lee. Stan Lee, born on December 28, 1922, in New York City, became a legendary figure in comic books and appeared in cameos for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He passed away on November 12, 2018, at the age of 95. After his death, several MCU films including Avengers, Endgame, and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse featured his final cameos, delighting fans worldwide. 48. Dennis Farina. Dennis Farina, born on February 29, 1944, in Chicago, Illinois, became famous for his tough guy roles in Get Shorty, Saving Private Ryan, and Snatch. He passed away unexpectedly on July 22, 2013, from a blood clot in Scottsdale, Arizona. His last completed films, including Lucky Stiff and The Squeeze, were released posthumously. 49. Johnny Lewis. Johnny Lewis was born on October 29, 1983, in Los Angeles, California. He became known for his roles in Sons of Anarchy and other TV and film projects. On October 26, 2012, he died in a tragic accident under circumstances linked to a fall while allegedly attempting a burglary. His last film, Detention of the Dead, and other projects were released posthumously, showing his final work on screen. 50. Cory Monteith. Cory Monteith was born on May 11, 1982, in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. He became famous for playing Finn Hudson on the hit TV series Glee, where he also showcased his singing talent. On July 13, 2013, he died from a toxic combination of heroin and alcohol in Vancouver. His final film projects, including All the Wrong Reasons, were released after his death, giving fans one last opportunity to see him perform.